Previously
Look at my new shed.
on my farming life.
I mean, it's not finished, but it's coming together rather nicely indeed. Well, this has been a huge step up. The concrete was poured about 10 days ago, and then these were put straight in as well. It is a new fertilizer spreader. It is a Kavernland. The reason we went with Kavernland again is because, well, our current spreader is Kavernland. That's been with us for about, I think, 18 years. So if this one lasts anywhere near as long, I will be thrilled. It's a TLX Geo spread. I think this can go as far as 32 meters, which is wild. Everything knocked off here. And all we need to do now is get all of these fence posts picked up. And then we're good. Very nice and easy. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the end of January. It's still frosty. It's been snowy even as well, but we're still pushing on. Today, we are tinkering on, really. A few small little bits and pieces to do. First thing we're going to do, though, is go up and check on some new arrivals over at South Healy. And we're going to go and drive up in the Massey because we need to bring a trailer down. Feeding up's been done here. We're all taken care of. There's a bit of muck to clean out here and there, but we'll get onto that. But yeah, we're going to go out in my Massey for a bit of a drive. And then we will see what that looks like. So, looking to try and get going here on the farm. A bit more work sooner rather than later. Like I say, we're end of January now. So February, we're going to start to put some dirt down. Ground conditions seem to be okay. Manageable. But you'll see the 5S there has the spinner on the back. We've been configuring all that and making sure it's all working, and we're looking pretty good. The shed has some another ambitious sheep, but the shed has some roof beams on there now. I'll show you those quickly, and everything is looking good there. A few more bits and pieces to go up, and start to put some of the wooden rafters around the side as well. So that is all pretty cool. I think next up apparently is going to be some of the gable end walls, and then more wood rafters along the top there. So it's coming there. It's looking more and more like a shed with every passing day. But yeah, we'll get ourselves away. Now make sure my beacons are on there. And off we go. So yeah, we are going to head up to South Healy, pick up our bale trailer. Because it stays up there really, because it's quite big. And it's more space up there at the moment. And then yeah, the new ground's all ready to go. Really got that fence ripped out, and it's probably in a position now where we can get that plowed over. So in the next few days might be a spot of winter plowing, as we can get pushing along. And hopefully get everything ready and in a position that by the time March rolls around and the warmer weather comes, in theory, hopefully, we can get a bit of drilling done. But I mean, if it warms up even a little bit through February, we might even crack on there. We'll see. But yeah, lots to do. Big block down at Bellham there, and then quite a few fields here. Also, quite a bit over outstanding still at South Healy. So we really need to get cracking. That is also cover crop as well. So we need, we mustn't hang around and wait for that. Yeah, otherwise we've been quite lucky so far with no real rainstorms. It's been a bit of snow, but hard frost mostly, which is fine for me. We can't put any slurry down on the ground there, even though I'd like to. Oh shoot, I was going to turn the slurry separator on. I'll have to do that when I get back. Alright, out we come. And we'll get away. New speed limits enforced recently around here, especially through the village there, which means everyone is quite slow. To the point where I'm catching them up. Fantastic. Anyhow, we will go and just take a drive up to South Healy and see Cousins up there as well. So we have a chat with him, see what his new arrival's looking like there, and he's been spending a little bit of money as well, which is going to be rather cool to see. And we'll have a look and see what that looks like. So we'll sit behind this car for a while, and then we'll see you up at South Healy. Okay, so that car took an age to get past, but here we go. River's still flowing, which is good to see. Quite low actually as well for this time of year, so I guess that's a good thing. But we will just cruise on through. Like I say, a lot of fields to plow over down here as well actually. That's that side field that we didn't touch. We've got a few fields on the far side of the wood there as well, and also up on the hill towards the satellite yard that we'll need to get into. So a lot of work for us to really get dialed into for this this spring, but we'll get there. And the Cousins over there are all ready, which is looking pretty good. I'm hoping our lovely new bale trailer is just going to be tucked away in here. So everything's been fed up there this morning as well. There you go. Grain trailer's tucked away as well. We don't need that anytime soon. Combine is where I left it, really. I will need to service it. We'll probably have to shift it so they can get actually into that straw now. I can't imagine that's fun. They'll probably dislike us for leaving everything abandoned around, but they can move it if they needed. Alright. So yeah, we are going to be selling more straw today because I think I mentioned recently I got a ridiculous offer for some to sell some straw, so we just could not say no or turn that down. So we won't be. We're going to sell some of the stuff we have stored outside. We've still got plenty indoors for our own usage. But if we can get rid of it outside, that's exactly what we're going to do. Alright, well. We will stick this about here for now, I think. Leave it here and then go and see where cousin is and what he's looking at. Lots of cows around here, lots of hungry cows around here, I bet. We've already fed up the spawn down our way and they're all up here, and there he is. Good morning, sunshine. How are you?
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm very, very well. Just come to see what we've been spending a bit of money on, see what's going on up here. See, we have more new arrivals. Ah, yes, we do. What have we got over here?
Yes, indeed. We've picked up another 10 Aberdeen Angus calves.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, they were a bit of a surprise. An opportunity came up from a breeder we trade with. A few late arrivals he wanted to move on. It will allow us to expand our range of production, so it seemed like a good opportunity.
Ah, very nice. Okay. And why are in these things? What is the purpose of this lizard farming shell thing?
Well, these are quick pens I bought recently. Allows us to keep smaller calves separate from the main holding when needed. We'll keep them in here to gain some weight and size for a bit, before we move then into the main population.
Oh, I see. Kind of like a nursery then.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll also use these to separate any sick calves that need to be kept in isolation.
Well, that's a cool idea. And can these just fold up so you can get in and clean everything out and compress them down a bit?
They do indeed. This metal rail will slide right back.
Ah, very nice, very nice. They're looking good though, aren't they? They're very bright. What about over here? What's happening?
Yeah, they're from a great stock. We really like buying from this guy. Certainly we'll be taking a lot more from him in the future.
Like it. I like it a lot. And the rest of the herd all doing well here in the satellite yard?
Yes. Calves are growing well. Some good weight gains over there. And the heifers over here are looking great as well.
Ah, very nice. And you bought a new trailer as well.
Well, you know, you've been investing with tractors and machinery down there. So I thought it was only right. I started buying a few bits and pieces up here.
I like it. That's smart. You have to keep it locked away in the workshop, I think. People will like this to get hold of it.
Oh yeah, it'll be staying tightly locked up for sure.
Ah, very good. Very good. Well, I'm stealing the bale trailer. I'm going to go and sell some barley straw that we have stacked outside still. And we've got a ridiculous price for that, so we're going to try and get rid of a bit of it. And then I'm going to just be pottering on. So if you need me to come up and help with anything, let me know. Otherwise, I might get the plow in the back of my tractor ready for a bit of winter plowing. I see Uncle's got yours hooked up here as well.
Yeah, he's itching to get started up here, I think.
Right, righto. All right, well, lovely looking stuff, lovely calves. And I'll catch up with you later on.
Yep, see you later.
Toodaloo. Yeah, back on the 3125 over there. I see Uncle doesn't miss a chance. But I left my beacons on. That's fun. Let's get ourselves in. Wonderful stuff. And we can just get ourselves pushed back here a little bit. Just square up first. Got a bit close to that Ford. Okay. It's a long trailer here. It does react a little bit differently than you might expect it to. But I think it should be good there. Give cousin a beep. And through we go. Nice and easily does it. So we're going to take as many as we can carry this time around. We only sent about half a dozen or so away to our friend the other day. But we're going to load this up. It's about an hour's drive or so in the tractor, but that's not too bad, and we'll get a decent price for them, so I think it'll all be worth it in the end. And then, yeah, we'll see. There's just some farmers who are really, really short, and there's just no real end in sight to some of the weather, really. So a lot of cattle could be indoors for quite a while yet. So those people who had a bit of a poor harvest for straw because of the wet back end of the year, you know, that doesn't help. So we're going to try and help out where we can, and that might change our mind as well as to what we do for some of the next year's crops. You know, some of the barley that we're putting in there, I had plans to chop up once we've got our own quota, but you never really know what prices will do, so we might end up just keeping a bit more. But anyway, with that being said, we're going to just head on over to back over to Bellum, block up the road again, and then get everything loaded up, and we'll see how we get on. Alright, I am going to need to swing out a bit here to have any chance. You are going to need to let me go. Wonderful stuff. We're through. A lot of people are walking still. It's not that warm a day, but there's a lot of shorts and t-shirts. Anyway, we're going to get ourselves back on over here. I need to go back into the yard and turn on the slurry separator because I forgot, but we'll pick that up the telehandler and do that at the same time. Get this little loaded up here and just think about getting ourselves away. Just need to kind of block off the road again somehow. And we'll see what that looks like. But yeah, that pile there of straw, hopefully that stack will pretty much have disappeared by the time we're all done here. Won't be much of it left if there is anything. Okay, let's just stick some of those on in case someone happens to come near. This is a long trailer to avoid hitting any fences with fence posts. I don't want to have to spend my day putting those back in. I really don't. Alright, we'll leave this here for a second. Turn those off. Alright, cool. So yeah, you can see the slurry tower really does stand out here. I think the new shed is just a little shorter. Well, the peak of the shed is at least. So that's going to be quite interesting to see when that's all done. And then, yeah, we'll be able to... I'm not sure if we'll have anything in that before the autumn. In terms of any more cattle arriving. That's not really my area of responsibility, so we'll leave everyone else to look after that. But yeah, it is really coming together, and it's looking very, very good from what I've seen as well. I'm very pleased with it, so that should be good. But what we're going to do is just come on over and turn on the slurry separator once again, because there's a bit of a it's been a bit of a while since that was on. It's not on all the time. You can automate it as well, but we haven't done that. That's something we might look into doing, but you can see it's a little bit low, plenty of space. Alright, jobs are good in. We'll leave that to do its thing then. Perfect. But yeah, really pleased with that. It's really taken off a lot of the stress of the slurry tanks that we have here. And by having that tower there as well, when we need to, we can cast slurry around from different places. Because a majority of our land that we would spread it on, there's a lot down this way, specifically with the new ground that we're taking on, so that gives us a lot of extra capacity there to work with. Oh, somebody just put a masti there. Brilliant. Put that back into the workshop, I suppose. Nearly ready to start spreading fert, like I say. A lot of field work going to start next month, and sort of like next week, really. But yeah, this is all looking pretty good. Again, it's likely going to be something that I'll do because we are using GPS on it. So I want to be able to make sure that's all working well. Up she goes. There you go. Yeah, we'll just stick it into here for now. And then yeah, we'll end up putting the plow on soon as well into my tractor probably, just so we can get ahead because we've got nothing else to do with it. And then we will be away. So rather exciting. The plow will probably start with later on today, actually, once I go back from selling straw. Because it's really, there's not much else for me to get cracking with right now. And it'll give the chance of some of the muck that we spread down over at Bellum the other day to work into that field. The field that we took the fence out with, that is. The rest of them with the cover crops, they're not going to go anywhere just yet. I think I mentioned we were looking to get a demo of a cultivator. That may or may not be happening. We're still trying to figure that one out, so we'll have to see. And if it does, then great. If not, then we've got a contractor lined up to come in as well, just to well, get the job done, really. Okay, so let's get some straw loads up. Some money bales as they are now. Now we are going to end up blocking off everywhere again pretty much, but we can always move if there's any cars coming, and we'll see where that goes, but we'll try and stay over so there's enough space to get by. Alright, see how we're looking there. Give it a go. Give it a go. Don't try this at home, folks. And alright, in we are. If we're going to start to stack things here a little bit more as well with the intention of selling them at some point, I might look into clearing this space out a little bit, give us some hard stand or something, because it's not quite working as it is. Clear out all these bushes, maybe make this gateway a little bit wider, but these are all jobs for, well, a different time. Certainly not now. Try and get a little bit further over here where we can, see if that'll help us. And then we'll have to shift this one, do a little bit of Jenga, move some things around, and then we'll get it done before you know it. But as you can see, it's good clean straw still. It's survived the winter very well, which is always good to see. But it's looking really good for itself. So it's, you know, the top inch or so might be a bit damp on it all, but after that, it's looking remarkably good. I was very, very surprised. Now what we'll do is just take this one that I can't really get to very well. That bush in particular is the one I want to get rid of, obviously. But we will take the top. There you go. Now again, always paying close attention to that power line. Don't know how we're going to try and get a load on the top there. We'll have to probably pull the tractor right into the middle for that one, just to make sure it's done. But yeah, that's the idea. We're going to load this up. This is a little bit of a, yeah, well, it's a surprise revenue source, because we A, never thought we'd sell it, and B, certainly not for the price that we're going to be able to. So this is always good. Helps to pay off for things like the calf that we just saw this morning. And a few other bits and pieces as well, so that's all really good to see. There's not a lot else happening today, so we're just going to get this all loaded up here and then take it away, and then before you know it, we'll be back on to feeding up and bedding up our own cattle. So that's going to be it for the day, really, and we'll be all good to go. So I hope you have enjoyed this little update here in the end of January from my farming life. I have been Simulation for the Nation. If you have enjoyed and you've yet to do so, please do consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing for more from myself, Simulation for the Nation. And we will see you all in the next one. Until then, stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, and we'll catch you in the next one.